Alright, so I want to make a video, I want to talk about this. There are lots of stuff to talk about. I put off talking about Witcher 4 for quite some time, and now I want to talk about it. I keep seeing people calling the game woke, but at this point, people call everything woke. If you didn't see this coming, Ciri is a very important, if I am not wrong, she's even a protagonist in the book. In some of the books, I'm uninformed, I will look this up after while I'm editing. Ciri is a major part of the game, and hold on, because something is gonna fall off if I am not careful. Why is it so fucking hard to take a game out? I've played the original game. I have played it very, very long ago. And I really liked Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. And CD Projekt Red, if we are honest, they disappointed with Cyberpunk, but that was a corpo mistake. That was people putting pressure on them. And I'm sorry for my Romanians out there. I am Romanian, so I'm very sorry. They outsourced the bugs, the bug fixes to a Romanian company, and they switched the work to be kind of gamified. So basically with points, stuff like that. And that basically turns work instead of being like, oh, let's check for game-breaking bugs. Let's check for, I don't know, bugs that make infinite money or destroy the game, or it's unplayable or corrupt files, stuff like that. Now if we gamify it, we just get like small points, small itty bitty points, like, oh, this is like a visual bug, this is like a visual, oh, if you go there, maybe sometimes Geralt just props up a bit, you know. So it's like stuff like that. And it's like when you gamify it and you give it points, oh, this is 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, instead of like subjective, we fixed this game-breaking bug. Even though it's 1 point, it's a game-breaking bug, so it should be like 20, you know. When they did that, and especially because the new people that were working in the company, they were really bad and inexperienced. Not bad, I'm sorry, but inexperienced. They were new and they didn't know what they did as good as the people from before. A lot of people quit, from what I've heard. So now we have this brown standard for buggy games, you know, Cyberpunk. And I do think that Cyberpunk is a bit too harshly talked about, because why is it? Yeah, Cyberpunk. The disc isn't even in there. Yeah, I think I just flashed my. I'm gonna. I just flashed a fucking code. I think I didn't redeem it. Anyway, I played the Phantom Liberty DLC, and I did play a bit. Every once in a while. I don't think I have any other CD Projekt Red games. Hold on, let me quickly fix this. Anyway, CD Projekt Red doesn't fail to intrigue me, doesn't fail to capture me as an audience. I will be looking forward to Witcher 4. I will be playing it. And I think that this is outrageous. She's ugly or stuff like that. No, she's not. What? Because she has a more pronounced jawline than she's ugly? No, she's not. You're stupid. And also, I think Ciri is like 15 or 16 canonically when you see her in Witcher 3. Again, I'm gonna look this up while I'm editing. I'm not completely sure that this is exactly her age, but if you don't know, until you're like 25, 26, your facial features and your vocal cords change. So your voice, your tonality change, your facial features change. So people might get like more pronounced jaws. And even if they added that, I don't think that it's like it's a problem for people that don't have problems. This is what I'm gonna say. Like, if you have a problem, like, sure, talk shit about, like, let's say Sweet Baby Inc. fucking up, making women not attractive in games. Talk about that, but not Witcher 4. This is not an example that you can refer to when you are saying that this is woke. They're wokeifying the game. And also, If I am wrong, please just talk shit to me. I am fine with that. But the game will speak for itself when it comes out. I think that even right now, the people are ready to get the torches and the pitches, you know, and to talk shit about the game when it's not even out, when I think that's outrageous. And I gotta be honest, I think that this sentiment is an overcorrection in a different, like before we were going too far to the left and they were driving, you know, and now we're going too far to the right. But when we get to like the road, when we get back to the road, we don't straighten the wheel, we just continue to go in that direction. And now this is what we have now. Now we have people like when they see a woman, they're like, oh my god, this is woke, this is, I don't know, it's stupid. Stop, people, stop. Like, and I always see people arguing. When people argue, they're not arguing like, oh, like, you are wrong because A plus B equals C, which is conclusion. No, no, no. They're like, oh my god, it stinks. Oh, you should take a shower. Oh, you don't, if you're an incel or stuff like that, like, stop. Like, you are doing as much bad if you are the kind of people that talk shit to these incels, you are doing as much bad as they are, because you're just proving their point that you are obnoxious. Stop doing it, just leave them alone. And also, like, address it as respectfully as you can. I'm an asshole, I cannot be respectful at all, but I am trying. And I do think that this is outrageous that if you played this game, Siri was kind of the whole point of the game. Finding Siri, find Siri. You know, it's not finding Nemo, it's finding Siri. You find Siri and they have kind of like a reunion, and when you find her, there are like 3 or 4 endings. I got the worst one, of course, where she like kills herself basically. I don't know what. But in the end, Geralt is kind of like bye-bye. He's like grandpa, you know, and now he's basically I really like the fact that now he's like kind of pseudo-retired, you know, and we can let another person go. I really like to play with Siri. I like the teleport. I like the like feeling like Obito, you know, like like teleporting. I really like that idea. I would also love to like see lots of stuff like using like the kind of like magic that she has, you know. I would really love to see like different kind of stuff. And if you are smart, you can see that there are like, it's such a broad canvas that you have prepared for you to make a really good game. With Geralt, it was pretty much one-dimensional. It was like don't get me wrong, he's like really good. It's like Arthur Morgan, you know, from Red Dead Redemption 2. He's really good, but there's not a lot you can do with him, you know. He's really good. He's like good, basically. But with Ciri, you have a lot to play with. You have more clay to sculpt with, if you know what I mean. Especially because her powers are less straightforward. Unlike his. He has 2 swords, he has like a bit of like alchemy and the signs, you know. But she can have those teleport things, she has those special powers. She's like a witcher combined with something else. So it's even her, like, she's really unique for her own world, which is also something that could add to the fact that she can be a protagonist. I don't think that this is a wrong decision. It's not, and I think that the people that complain about this are unreasonable, and I do genuinely think that we are straying, as in politics in general. In Romania, in USA, I like look at a lot of like politics, and people are straying, like they're overcorrecting. There's no trust in the media, which of course was granted by the fact of how they handled COVID. There is no trust in main media, so we have alternative media. Alternative media is very biased, but at least they're biased and they're upfront about it, you know, while like main media is like biased, but they're like disingenuous about it. So I think we are overcorrecting, and I do think that this overcorrection will continue, and it will radicalize people even further. And I do think that this will have very big consequences on people, especially people that are of the left. And I do genuinely think that this is a very big problem, and most of the people from politics are they aren't at fault for this. Mostly the radicalized people are, and this is just a minority, but it's a really loud minority. like these people that are saying that Siri is like a woman and they are wokeifying their games. Sure, this sentiment is an outcome of a broader sentiment of people feeling like something is pushed down their throats. I was in Romanian school, you know, high school. We had a lot of literature pushed down our throats. And when, even if it's good, even if it's bad, when it's pushed down your throat, you hate it. Nonetheless, you are human. You cannot like it if it's forced, basically. So I do understand this idea, and I do sympathize with both of the teams. I am in the middle. I am kind of like a pussy, you know, but I do believe that the right answers are usually not found in a far left or far right. I do think that they're in the middle. I think that this is an overreaction and an overcorrection, and I do wish for something to change. I think that The Witcher was really good, Cyberpunk was really good, and I do think that we should let them cook. I really love the tone of the game, the visual art style of the game. Witcher 3 was one of the best in terms of visual art styles with... I mean, this is unbeatable. This cannot be beaten. But it was really good. And they will perform. Just let them cook. And if they don't, come back in 2 or 3 years to this video, talk shit, and I'm fine with that. But still, stop talking shit. The game, if there's a woman on the screen, that doesn't mean that it's woke. Like, I would love to like joke, but people will take me seriously. Like, oh, what does it mean to have like woke games? If there's a black person or a woman, then it's woke. No, people are overcorrecting too much, and a lot of games have female leads. And think about it, Tomb Raider. Alright, I just looked it up and now I realized, like, how can I not think about this? Alien Isolation, you have Horizon, you have Bayonetta, you have a lot of Resident Evil games. What is the thing that I want to bring up with this is that Nier Automata, that's a really good game. What I am trying to bring up with this is that this is not a problem. The problem is how modern games and game studios have portrayed the female characters. A lot of times, like with the new Star Wars game, you know, it was forced. They were really ugly, forced, and it was... But even if she was ugly, even if it was kind of forced, if the story and the gameplay was good, people would look the other way. Most people would look the other way. But this is a major example. Cyberpunk. It doesn't matter that the visuals and stuff like that are really good and the story is really good if the gameplay is not good. Once they fix the gameplay, the Cyberpunk had the biggest comeback of the games that I've ever seen. So I'm sure that a lot of you old schools, they could say like an example from like 19, I don't know what, that there was this, I don't know, game that had a bigger comeback, but this is really good. So what matters is gameplay. Gameplay is king. Gameplay will always outdo anything other than, like, gameplay is the best. The gameplay. So if the gameplay is good, which they have did good gameplay before, then there's no problem. But this woke stuff that you all are talking about has nothing to do with gameplay. So basically we just have to let them cook. Take care and have a nice day.